We're on. We're live. Hello, my fellow viewers and subscribers. This is Superchocolatemilkshake here with my good friend. I'm starting to sound like some sort of rapper again because I'm moving so I'm talking so fast. Okay, there we go. Hopefully I got the good. Hopefully I got the good stuff going on now. Okay, so as you remember, we were playing Monopoly Streets. We couldn't quite finish it all, and well, you know, this is how I'm fun.
But the thing about it is, we may not be able to even fit it into 2 episodes with how long Monopoly ends up being.
Whoops! Press the wrong button. Exit. There we go.
With how long Monopoly is, we may not be able to fit it in just 2 either, sadly. But we'll see.
Well, that's my response.
But that means more play. And possibly more content.
Oh, I'd buy it if I were you.
States Avenue? Of course I'll buy it. Aha! So I own 2 of the pink properties, and
Isabel
owns one. So I'm gonna have to propose a trade. But she's probably gonna do it first, huh?
We'll see.
Kazam!
Something I have noticed is that they are greedy. If they can get money, they will get money.
If they lose money, they'll... I don't know.
Okay.
Wow, take a look at that map.
Yep. I'm gonna try and get something from him. Let's see how he reacts.
Trade rejected, of course.
I'm gonna try something here. Actually, I'm gonna try 2 trades here. I try the first one, and this next one will be. You know what? One more, just to see.
And your characters just go like, what?
Oh. Okay, I'm giving you more.
That's good St. James Place.
Now I just have to trade with you this time, since you have the other orange one.
True. Very true.
But I'll wait for next time. Well, maybe not like next time, like episode, but next time as in next turn.
Days starting on short line.
I can see why.
Oh, boardwalk! Haha, he owns me!
Only 50 though.
Aww.
If you could get the other one,
That'd be a lot. That'd be very nice. I mean, I would love that.
especially
Doubles.
if you can get some houses on both of them. That would be really nice.
Look, it's a message for you.
Look, it's a message for you.
She is annoying.
Yeah. Collect $10 from each player.
I am not giving you my $10. No, you little brat. You earned it.
Like business.
Too late. She already took it. I could imagine.
Hi. If you're wondering, this is when the microphone cut out. I mean, quite literally, it just cut out.
Just stopped right dead in its tracks.
Yeah. So technically, we lost every little bit of single footage, and you know it kind of sucks too because we didn't realize this until we started recording the final video of this, which it was like, jeez, it's too late. We have to do this voice recorded stuff on the side. What? Oh, wait, why am I doing all spoopy voice?
Maybe because we watched a ghost fish move around books.
Yeah, I mean, Michael just watched one of my mini bites for I'm Still Here, and yeah, we just watched a ghost fish try to take over books, but
Honestly, I thought it was going to be like an actual person, not like a I'll be honest.
I know.
It's like, maybe you should put me to rest. This is heavy, man. You go to the toilet. That's where I died. Okay, poor fishy.
Okay. We'll help you out.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I guess maybe we could just use this pre-recorded time to sort of talk about this game footage, but then immediately lose interest and then start talking about other things and then talk about the game footage again to refocus ourselves onto it, and then we're going to lose interest and start talking about other things again, and then go back to the game footage just for apparent reasons.
And it's just going to be a loop of that.
Well, yeah.
Probably for the couple of videos we do.
But E3 was pretty exciting this year. I'm definitely excited for some games that come out for the Switch.
Yeah, I'm excited for some of them as well.
Super Mario Odyssey! Woohoo! I know, I can't wait for that one to come out.
That looks like it's going to be pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
And I'm excited for Undertale for PlayStation 4. Yes. Someone who actually does a Sans impression and Papyrus impression and actually Asgore impression. Which isn't too bad.
Yeah, he does some pretty good impressions. Check out his channel.
Yeah. And also check me out on Musical.ly. The kind of shameless plug in for that too. I do a lot of my voices over there too.
Uh-huh.
So.
You know, there's something weird though that I just can't shake about this year's E3 though. Mario and Rabbids.
That is kind of confusing.
I know, but it looks like fun.
It looks like fun, but it's like
nobody asked for this. I bet you it's probably going to be like M&M's and the Lost Formulas, where nobody asked for it, but yet
got it anyway.
The game was incredibly fun, and they got it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you can't deny that I didn't have fun with my M&M's walkthrough, because I did. I had tons of fun with that. I absolutely loved that game because it was fantastic. It was fun. It included the original voice actors from the commercials, and they used the established characters pretty well compared to the current game that I'm still reviewing, but I'm not going to reveal too much on that. Not yet. Wait for the review, folks. Hopefully sometime this July. I'm working on the image right now. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, so what you doing there, milkshake dude? I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah,
That's just based on looking at the picture.
Yes. Let me out of here!
Ha, weird. I'm thinking that was red, right?
Yeah. It's supposed to be red.
Red a little bit.
I mean, granted, I'm not too good at drawing that character, so I kind of splotched it and did my own thing.
Well, it'll work.
I mean, yeah, it works, and it doesn't look all that bad either. I mean, you can admit, it doesn't look all that bad.
Crispy M&M's are back.
Crispy M&M's, I love those things.
Those are pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Have you tried the new caramel?
Yes. Yes, they are pretty good too, yeah.
I kind of miss the pretzel ones unless they still have those.
I think they still have them, you just gotta look.
Yeah. Some of the places I've looked, they haven't had them. So.
Yeah, my favorite is milk chocolate, crispy, and peanut butter.
I kind of like the peanut ones, the pretzel ones, and the originals as well.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
milk chocolate.
nobody can argue the classic milk chocolate. But you should hear me when I make McFlurries at McDonald's.
Oh.
M&M's, the candy that melts in your ice cream and not in your hand. It's like,
That makes no sense.
yes, it does.
Well, sort of.
I mean, it makes your ice cream change color.
Yeah, but why would they melt in ice cream that is cold? That's the one thing I don't get.
I don't know how that works either.
Although I'm going to bring this up only because I find this is kind of stupid. It seems like every time you go to a McDonald's, and it's not just here, but like anywhere, it seems like the ice cream machine is always down. Trying to get some.
Well, that's because, first of all, they say that the ice cream machine is the most expensive thing in McDonald's, and I guess I could take them word for word for that. And, probably the other reason why it's down is because nobody hardly ever cleans those things. I mean, seriously, the top of ours is actually kind of... yeah. So, advice, be wary when you order ice cream from McDonald's. Always know when the cleaning date is, and also know when they just recently cleaned it. So, even though personally, for our ice cream machine, they kind of abused it, so, yeah, I almost want to take it out back, empty it out of all the ice cream, and then just power wash the whole thing. Just with
Probably needs it.
a classic gasoline power washer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Purchase Pennsylvania Railroad. Oh!
Pennsylvania, yep.
Purchase Pennsylvania Railroad.
Too bad it's not Pennsylvania Railroad.
Oh, geez. Well, actually, when I heard Pennsylvania Railroad, I started thinking Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Well, I don't know about this, Rocky. I really don't do that good of a Rocky voice.
No, I can't do it either, because Rocky's rather kind of high-pitched.
Yeah, that's one thing I tend to do on Musically a lot, is I tend to remind people I can't necessarily do the women's voices because they're too high.
Oh, yes, I can't do women voices either, because they're right.
Exactly. Well, I can do some of them that actually sound convincing because they are kind of in the lower range. Like, when I do Toriel, it actually sounds fairly...
feminist.
It sounds feminine, but it's still in the lower range. I can do it. But you want me to do Ariel, the princess? I actually got that as a question. Can you do Ariel? No, I cannot.
It's like,
And if you're watching this video, it's not because I didn't want to, it's just that I can't.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's the one problem with a lot of us men. We're in the lower range of the voices, and of course we can alter our voices to go really, really deep. It's so deep, in fact, that you probably cannot recognize it. Because you know what, the voice decoder can't even decode this anymore. Because you know what, you can't tell if it's my voice or not.
Well, when you can go as deep and robust as I can, you don't even sound like yourself.
Well, I've always had kind of a large range of voices anyways. I can go pretty high. I mean, come on.
But I can also go pretty low. And I can go gravelly as well.
Well, I could sound like old man. Well, I could definitely sound like Bane. Well, if you want to destroy the Batman, first you need a Cadillac. I actually made the old man on the plateau sound like Bane. I quite literally did so, and it's like, well, in order to get this paraglider, you need to first destroy the Batman. But of course, I actually had this really weird idea one night that maybe I should just add on to that joke. The Batman is officially Bowser. The Catwoman is officially Peach. As I think of Peach in the cat suit.
But you want to hear a good Bane? I do a pretty good one.
Maybe he's wondering why you would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
And I'm covering my hand to try and get the mask. Kind of a sound, but...
Yeah, I was just doing it like all out because, you know, I was like, he doesn't wear a mask, and yet I actually made him sound like Bane. Well, I could do it, old man, you whippersnappers out there.
Old man Jenkins!
I know, now we're just having fun with voices. And oh, look, I just passed go. Anyway.
Wait, who was who again?
I was the car, you were the top hat.
Yeah, I was the top hat.
David was the ship, and Isabel's the shoe.
Yeah, and they weren't actually people, they were like the computer people.
Yeah, they were the computer components, but someday maybe we'll just bring in over like 2 more Wii remotes and then have like 4 people playing it.
Yes.
But then of course we'll have it on quick rules too, so we don't have to do it in like 4 separate parts like we did with this one. Spoiler alert, there was 4 other parts.
Yes, and this I think was like...
Well, I mean 2 other parts, should I say, after this video anyway.
Yeah, this is part 2 of 4 parts.
I know, and I wasn't intending it to be this long. Yeah, so maybe we'll try to have like some sort of quick rule set up for it, so we can go as quickly as we can and try to keep it underneath that 30-minute mark.
Yeah. So we don't, yeah. So we don't have at least, it might be just a two-parter, hopefully.
Yeah, a two-parter or less. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Let's see. What we originally were talking about was games that we were excited for. What else? Oh yes, I'm also excited for Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga DX and Bowser's Minions.
Ooh, that sounds kind of interesting. I didn't hear about that one.
Well, they didn't have it on the Switch Direct on their spotlight, but they did announce it at E3.
Right, yeah.
And basically, I'm actually kind of interested because I actually kind of wanted to play Superstar Saga since I gotten my hands on the first Mario and Luigi game I've ever played, which was Bowser's Inside Story, and then I learned it was a series.
Right, I think I actually played like the Superstar Saga when it was on Game Boy Advance, actually.
Oh.
Like, I never finished it, but I had played it some, and I think the reason I stopped playing it because I got stuck on this stupid part where it was like this jump roping part that you had to get through.
Ah.
And I got stuck on it.
I know, there has been quite a few times when it's like, you've gotten stuck on like this or that or the other thing, and it's like,
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
I mean, it's not like I haven't gotten stuck on games earlier and have gone back to them afterwards and figured it out. It's just that one I just got stuck and then kind of new things came out and then I've kind of gotten away from it. So to have it come back is actually kind of neat.
Oh, yeah.
But one game I'm actually excited for is they're going to have like a main Pokemon game
On the Switch. Yes, I can't wait for that one too. I mean, everybody was disappointed in the Nintendo Direct. I mean, actually, I was sort of predicting that because I mean, it's like, you know, maybe it's worth watching, maybe it's not. And then I went like, after watching some of the other people rant about the fact that they're only releasing Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon on the 3DS, it's like, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not surprised. I am definitely not surprised. I mean, I know Nintendo's not canceling the 3DS yet, but I've already recorded a video going into detail about why Nintendo shouldn't cancel the 3DS, because...
Well, it's actually one of their biggest sellers, I would think.
Well, yeah, and I mean, when it comes down to it, there's more benefits to it when it comes down to accessibility, because a lot of the things for the 3DS, including the 3DS itself, is cheaper than the Nintendo Switch and some of the games you find for that.
Yeah.
Because right now, the cheapest game you can find on the Nintendo Switch is about $5, I think. Go look.
And that's when you're buying it like straight download.
Yes.
If you're like me and want like the hard copy, usually the cheapest is about like $20 or $30.
$30, yeah.
Like $25 maybe. But they sell for full retail price.
I think I still have this on.
Yeah.
I still have this on inverted.
He booted up his Switch. It's on inverted. I haven't updated mine yet, so I don't think I have that yet. I might. I don't know. I need to update mine though.
All right, let's see.
You might have a lawsuit.
But even the downloads I've seen have actually been full retail price as well. Like, I think Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wind was actually...
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. I've done that so many times.
I know.
And I'm not kidding. I've been corrected by that a couple of times, and I've even corrected myself. It's like, Breath of the Wind? No, that's Breath of the Wild. It's like, But anyway, Breath of the Wild, I think is like full retail price on the eShop.
Yeah. It's for about It's about $60 on the eShop. So.
And that's how much it is as a hard copy too. So.
Yeah. At least there's good news about the My Nintendo account holders is that if you purchase it on the Switch directly offline, then of course you get points immediately on your My Nintendo account, which basically I do have one.
I think I do as well, but I don't really use it that much.
Yeah.
It's just kind of there.
I've used it to some minor extent. I mean, I've used it to get like a certain game that I was looking at on the 3DS called Flipnote Studio 3D, because you know what? Ever since they announced it, I actually wanted to get my hands on it. After getting the 3DS, I couldn't get my hands on it directly, and it's like, ah! And then I realized, oh wait, there's this My Nintendo account. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of how. Yeah. But yeah, and then of course some. Oh man, some of the other games. Actually, my mom can't wait for that Yoshi game.
Yeah, Yoshi's always a pretty good one.
Oh yeah.
Yoshi. Wow.
Yoshi! Nope, can't do it.
Yoshi.
Yeah.
It's Luigi time! Luigi
yeah.
#1! Oh yeah! Let's go!
Who's number
Let's
one
go!
now? Me.
Who's the #1? Luigi is! Woohoo! Mario! Mario! What? Mario!
Bum, bum, ba, da, 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 da. I'm actually
Yellow.
Yeah, I'm tend to be fairly well known around my talent and even some places on the internet for my Mario
Impression, yeah.
Also, my Sans voice has got like my main Sans and my Underswap Papyrus. Surprisingly, are like some people's headcanon for Underswap Papyrus. Actually, like, hey there, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have to be so blue about it. But a lot of people know my Sans and Papyrus for a lot of the AUs, and even some of my home stuff are getting fairly well known. Like my Equius for Homestuck has actually been used somewhat amusingly.
I know, I actually can do some certain voice impressions too, and I can create some voices just by myself too, sometimes by just doing something really wacky. Like, for example, I actually kind of imitated Mr. Happy's voice just by mixing in a bit of a Transylvanian with a Russian accent and making it a bit of a high pitch. So it's like, I am Mr. Happy, and I am here to take over the world by turning everyone into toasters!
I still don't get that plan. Like, why turning them
Why
into
turning it?
toasters? But anyway.
Well, at least he's gonna be a main character inside the comic, and I don't know, maybe you might want to label him as an anti-hero, but he is seen with the good guys, which, and by the way, Supercholatemilkshake, the impression was, and then of course another character inspired by another good friend of ours is Detective Gunn, which is based off of Daniel Evans.
Yep.
And then, of course, this new character called Vex.
Vex.
Yeah, she's a girl with psychic powers. Slight spoiler. Well, slight spoiler for the first comic. I mean, it's not going to be too much of a spoiler because it's going to be the first comic. It's going to try and establish most of the things that you're going to see. Yeah, it's a slight spoiler, though.
And I have a feeling the name of my character is kind of a spoiler of what he would end up doing, because
the impression was?
Since I probably will probably do a lot of weird voices, and for some reason, I don't know why.
Yeah. You'll do a lot of weird voices, and of course you'll impress characters, and the characters that you can impress, you can get their powers. So, like, for example, if you impress a Dalek, you can almost be unstoppable. You can almost be unstoppable. Or either that, you can impress the Terminator. Not to mention, you also get the sunglasses with a little red dot, too.
Now that actually would work, though, because I can actually do some of those impressions in real life. So
It's like,
that'll work.
and then of course it's like the Mario one, it's like...
Well, of course, throwing fireballs and jumping really high. Woohoo!
Deals like this won't last forever.
And I guess probably it might include some of the mechanics from the new game, like, for example, throwing your hat to knock out enemies and take them over.
And then, okay, I had like an idea if like they're talking in like a unison, like the character and my character, like the character that's taking over, they talk in unison. Like, for like a voice editing thing, like if we do voice it, or like do a
Well,
voice acting
yeah,
of
we'll-
the comic, which seems like it's gonna be pretty fun.
Well, we could.
We could like just double my voice over, or like I could do like two different voices, like slightly change it on the one side so it's exactly, and like play them together. That'd be awesome. It's like, hello there.
And then, of course, the impression is going to be just a weird character by himself, too. I mean, considering that, well, the Super Chocolate Milkshake's a weird character.
Well,
the impression is a weird character, because you know
basing
what?
it on the actual person, yeah, probably about the same as the person in real life that they're based on, most likely.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
he's going to be crazy. I mean, even when he's not impressing someone, he can still do
Doing
some
an
really
impression.
crazy stuff himself. Like, for example, causing a random hat to appear out of nowhere, like those top magician hats, and he goes like, "Hey, does anybody want to see me pull out of the hat?" No, of course nobody wants to see you pull yourself out of the hat. One of you is bad enough.
Oh,
As you put the other one back.
okay.
Now you're just showing.
Wait, no.
Oh yes, so then of course it's like for the villains, oh man, we have Dr. Fluzzlepuff as the main villain. Dr.
I might be doing probably some voices for the comic when we do like a voiceover for it. I'll
That-
probably be doing quite a bit of
Bad Boy 1, which is actually kind of like a mimic of, what was that one very generic villain from the Matrix movies? I mean, he was the guy who wore the sunglasses all the time.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson?
no.
Wait, no.
Agent Smith or something like that.
Yeah, he's kind of like one of those characters where he's
Yeah.
wearing sunglasses all the time. He has a long black jacket and, you know.
Although I think he'd probably be. It sounds like he's almost like Neo, Bad Boy 1 with the long coats.
Yeah.
Kind of wear the
I,
long
actually, I think that's what his name was again. Neo, yeah.
coat. Neo. And he's actually like the good guy of the movie. He's like the hero, sort of. Like he's the one, but kind of not the one. I don't know. That's because
Yeah.
Matrix is kind of confusing.
Yeah, very confusing. And then, of course, you got Bad Boy 2, which is kind of like your Gaston character, who is just major, muscly, very show-offish, very jerkish.
A jock.
A jock, basically. Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, the two of us are kind of not the jocks of school.
No.
You couldn't tell.
No, we're not jocks at all. We're more of like... I don't know. I don't think we fit into the popular kids group, but we were pretty well known around in the school, though.
Well, I think I was kind of a class clown, sort of.
That's
I was
kind of how
good.
I was known as, too, I guess.
But, like, we both were pretty good in school, so not a lot of
Yeah.
people were really, like, the teachers really didn't hate us.
No, they did. But,
But they really didn't know what to do with us in some cases.
yeah.
Like, especially if I did, like, random voices in some of the classes.
Or either that, I just mentioned a joke that pertained to, like, the lesson that they were teaching, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We were like that when we were in school. I bet you I can see some of the teachers who have YouTube accounts commenting down in the section down below.
You two were some of the
two
weirdest.
were some of the weirdest kids that I ever taught.
Although probably some of them were like, well, you were pretty good though too. I can't necessarily say you
Yeah.
were bad, but you were weird.
I mean, well, okay, maybe I was a bit of a troublemaker in my earlier years, but I eventually grew out of that.
I was kind of like, there were times I were not the best, but I was also,
Yeah.
I was pretty good in some classes, not the best in others.
hmm
Honestly, English class was my hardest.
I hated math.
What's weird is I really liked math. Like, I was actually really good at it.
I know. It's like, I just don't like it. I have dyslexia with numbers, so therefore... Actually, I've done this a lot at McDonald's where I've actually read a price backwards. So it's like,
As long as you don't count it and actually give them more than they should. or
yeah,
less than
but
they should.
and I mean, at least after a while, I look at it, I go like, "Oh wait, it wasn't supposed to be that. It's sorry, it's not that much. It's not $12. It was only $2. Sorry about that."
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, one time I read back like $32 when it was supposed to be like $2.10. I don't know how that happened, but
Oh, there wasn't a $3 and $2.10. That's why I don't get.
yeah, those are some very large drinks, sir. Do you want like a drink holder with that, or do you want the whole trailer?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, yes, and then of course I also remember, iced coffee. Ugh. I actually ended up drinking iced coffee. This is a bit of an embarrassing story for me. Here we go.
Story time with John.
One day, I was just working at front counter, you know. I was just taking the orders, I was doing my job. Then, of course, when I had the moment to step back into the office to get something to drink, because I'm feeling rather thirsty, I put my sweet tea in those large clear cups, you know, because usually I prefer it that way. I don't have to wait for the machine to get done with the ice, because, you know, it's a broken bag of bolts. What else could you do with it? I mean, I want to just stick dynamite in it and just blow it to pieces, but that's not important for right now.
Is that fish you know said, see? No, not again. Sorry, a little junk crab for you there. Overwatch. Another
Overwatch.
a lot of voices I can do are from Overwatch 2.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah. But anyway, basically somebody had their iced coffee sitting right next to my sweet tea. I reached down and grabbed a cup. I put it up to my mouth. After I filled up my mouth, I had this awful, horrendous, nasty taste. And it went like, what do I do with this? I can't spit it out. It's like I swallowed it.
Well, for those of us that do drink coffee, I being one of them, I tend to put creamer and
Well, there
sugar
was
in it.
cream and sugar, and it was actually rather watered down because it was iced coffee,
Yeah.
but it still tasted terrible to me because this is how much I hate coffee, folks. Basically, if you put like one tiny little drop into coffee, I can immediately taste it. I know it's there.
And I'm a coffee drinker, so
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's like I was just back there in the office drinking my sweet tea, gargling it, trying to get this coffee taste out of my mouth. It's like, oh. But then, of course, you know what? And then, of course, one of the co-workers told me that, you know, you do drink sweet tea and then orange iced tea and mango pineapple smoothie, which, by the way, is actually really delicious. As weird as it sounds. And then, of course, we started getting into the discussion about, you know, some of the weirdest combinations taste really fantastic.
yeah, some strange combinations actually taste pretty good. Strangely enough.
Oh, yeah, like the bonsai burger. Marinated in teriyaki sauce with a slice of pineapple, Swiss cheese, and then some mayo on the bun.
That actually sounds kind of good.
I mean, it's got the tart of teriyaki, and then, of course, it's got the sweet of the pineapple, a nice smoky flavor with both the mayo and the cheese. It just blends in well together.
Well, and one thing that my family has kind of gotten into the habit of doing is we will take like what's known as like a chocolate rub. Like it's like a meat chocolate rub, and we'll put it on our meat. And you would think chocolate and spice and meat don't go well together. It does. It is delicious.
That actually does sound pretty good.
It is pretty good.
I think I'm gonna have to ask to try that sometime.
Yeah. Dove chocolate.
Dove chocolate.
Not sponsored, but it's really good.
Hashtag not sponsored by Dove. But it would be excellent if Dove sponsored us.
Yeah, or anyone would sponsor us, honestly.
I mean, yeah, anyone. I mean, seriously. I mean, Nintendo, come on, sponsor us. We're playing a game on the Nintendo console. I mean, granted, it's outdated right now, but...
Okay, I do a lot of Nintendo impressions. Come on.
Come on, hire him for the next Mario game or something like that. Whack.
Wario time.
Waluigi time.
I don't know, and I like to do some Nintendo impressions too. However, though, for some dumb reason, when I tried to do Bowser, it always sounds kind of like Batman to me. It's like Mario and Green Stash. Why are you always interrupting my plans? Yeah, that sounds like Batman.
They are.
Now tell me where the princess is. Tell me.
Well, and on that note, we should probably go.
Oh, yep. Anyway, this is Superchocolatemilkshake. Sign off.
Goodbye.